Hey Cam, hey AJ, this is Chris from Oregon, and my question is about jumping. Sometimes when I'm floating through the air, my feet come off the pegs, and I'm just wondering what I'm doing to cause that and what I could do to correct it. Thanks.
When you go to hit jumps, my feet float off the pegs. Why and what do I do?
I've gotten that before, yeah.
Okay. Take it away.
Wow,
Dan.
yeah, great. I'm glad we know that now.
Well, that's the question he asked me, Cam.
Fair. You just said, yeah, I got that question.
Is this one of the ones I can try to do first? And you'd be like,
go,
let's have to hear it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You better nail this.
Okay. So,
hey Jackson, my feet go to float off the pegs when I jump. It's super annoying, slightly dangerous. Why do you think that's happening? What do I do to
working in reverse from how that happens is it all has to do with how you're coming off the face of the jump. So my guess is that you're not in a position where your ankles are absorbing the contact from the face of the jump, so that when you come off the top, your legs are rebounding instead of just the bike acting separately from your upper body, which would like kick you off.
I wouldn't, if I were your student, I wouldn't have understood what you just said.
No,
that was a lot.
That was a lot of
I will
words.
say that was a lot.
You tried.
Yeah,
but if I was
definitely
if I was your student, I would have looked at you and just done this.
Can we get a rating?
But not
And then I'll try.
like a teacher's rating. A 1 out of 10. I would give that a 6.1.
6.1.
Well,
What do you say?
It sounded like he knew what he was talking about, and it might have been partially right, but
So the
it
confidence
was
is
just
there.
very
when
hard for me to
you're,
understand.
yeah, when
Honestly,
you're critiquing people,
I'm
you
not
want to
surprised.
let them know like briefly what's going on and then how they can fix it, because that didn't really
Okay.
say.
I mean, granted, it's tricky because we can't see it, right?
Right.
But
Okay, Cam, go ahead. So
Okay,
6-1, can you beat it?
you should
gonna
should
try.
really nail this now, because remember, you guys have been together for a while. So
he and I, this
Yeah.
is a very specific thing, though.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so here's my assumption of what happened, because there was a guy doing it at Tampa yesterday. Some people try to bunny hop jumps. Have you seen that?
Yep.
Like, and I actually, as I'm thinking about it, I'm starting to understand what you were saying.
You're gonna say exactly what I was saying.
You know, I'm realizing that. That's the problem. I just need to say it differently. But yeah, the idea is when you come off a jump face, you're not extending your legs. Typically, you're doing the opposite, right? You're dropping your weight instead of trying to. What's my rating?
I finished the
What's my rating?
Okay, well, first of all, potentially an incomplete sentence there.
Yeah. Well, not potentially.
It started
was
strong.
Do you remember? Hang on. Let me tell a story. Do you remember we were if you guys have been to a recent class, and I am taking credit for this, the diamond,
Yeah.
the hand diamond thing to place your
Yeah.
your
That was
grip
Cam.
The
correctly.
Jay-Z thing.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came. I
Jay-Z.
was talking to a kid at Tomahawk. I'm like, make a diamond and then place your hands on it. And then Nick Thury was there, and he was like, oh yeah, that's one way to do it.
And that's how we teach it now.
Wow.
That's how we teach it.
That's
So
actually sick.
one of the next. Thank you, buddy. So one of the next.
No, I'm not making fun of you at all. That's actually sick.
And one of the next classes was in Vermont. It was one of my home tracks. And AJ's like, oh, yeah, show everybody how to do it. And I get up there, I hop on the bike. I'm like, all right, well, like, kind of sit up to the front of the seat or whatever, and then do all this stuff. And I finish, and AJ's like, can you imagine if I taught and I just said, like, yeah, like, keep your feet on or whatever, like, whatever you want to do.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Can we rate his assessment?
You can't rate mine. I didn't rate yours.
I didn't say. I meant the collective we.
I can take it.
I'll give it a 6.9.
Bro.
Reason
Whoa.
being.
Whoa. He didn't
Wait.
even finish his thought.
No, I know.
I'm gonna ride that one for a while.
And this will make sense because when I go to describe it, you'll understand why. You started strong, got lost at the end, and then jumped the gun on asking for the rating.
It was a confidence issue.
yeah, a little
Right.
bit.
His confidence was
I don't
high.
have that problem.
Right.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Okay, James,
Well, that
6.9,
And-
you'll understand why.
you need to grip the bike with your lower legs. That's
Yeah.
what's super
Your
important.
lower legs.
The issue is when I started talking, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, wing seat. And then I'm
Well,
like,
your
no, why would
quads
I say
don't
something
grip
about
the
that?
bike when you're standing.
Yours do.
No, they don't. Just so everybody knows, I'm actually 5'7", which is like average in America. So you big freak, I'm sorry, I'm not you.
I wouldn't stand next to you and be like, "Oh wow, he's short."
Right.
I wouldn't think
I
that.
never
It'd be
thought
rude.
about it.
It's
We
just-
wait till he leaves and then we do.
No,
it.
the one thing that did bother me though, I was filming you yesterday at the track, and it was noticeable that the perspective of the camera was like looking up at you, and I was like, this isn't good. I need to hold it up here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll figure that out though. I'll wear big shoes or whatever. Anyway,
Is that what you're gonna
gripping
do?
the bike with your lower
Well,
legs.
anyways, to answer this poor guy's question,
Well, no, he's gonna.
Well, he said-
I think we covered
do you
it.
want to continue like on my?
I think we
I
covered
can
it.
sure, I
Go.
think
Good luck, man. All right, next question.
All right, good luck with that.
your feet, 90% of your jumping should be absorbing the bike, aka meaning when you're cresting the obstacle, the bike should be actually coming to you, not the opposite, and you floating away from it. If you're preloaded, which is kind of what Cam was beginning to explain,
I'll take
if
it.
you're preloading it, which is the opposite of soaking up, then you need to make sure that you're pinching the bike from the knees down with your toes, with your knees, so that you don't float away from it in that circumstance. But my guy with the rain jacket on shouldn't probably be preloading obstacles frequently, if at all. So that means potentially that you're just doing it the wrong way. It should be the opposite of that. Let the bike come to you, and it should feel very natural on the jump face, and your feet won't float. 10 out of 10. You're welcome.
So
Next.
when you did what he was talking about,
Pretty much what I said.
The centrifugal force of the suspension of the bike would cause you to.
so
250. Boom.
Nice, dude.
Very nice.
well, okay, so
What class?
Don't know.
we've talked about it a million times. When your feet came off the foot pegs, it's because you slipped off.
Yeah, that happened on impact of the landing, not on takeoff.
Gotcha.
Right.
That was me. He's referencing
Straight,
straight rhythm.
Straight rhythm.
That was because I ride on the balls of my feet, dropping my heels. When I landed that obstacle and cased it hard, I had stock foot pegs on, and my feet just both at the same time right off the back.
Crazy.
Yeah, that wasn't a takeoff issue. That was a casing issue with not sharp foot pegs. And also way too stiff of suspension, so the bike reacted not how it should have. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this clip and you want to watch full episodes of the podcast and send in video questions of your own, head over to club.themotoacademy.com.